Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, My Project Ideas. Today we are going to make a project on Django on the topic chat application. Now let's see the requirements. First, you require VS Code in which you're going to write your code where you are going to create certain files, folders. So VS Code is required. Then obviously when you're writing a code on your laptop or your desktop, an operating system is required. You may use any operating system, Linux, Unix, Mac OS, but I've used your Windows 10. Then we know that this is a Django project. So we are going to use Django framework in the backend, and the CSS, JS and Bootstrap is used for our front end. For the database, we have used here SQLite 3. So now let's move to the code and let's see what does our code looks like. So this is our project. You can see Django chat main, and here under the chat folder I've created a folder called chat. Let's learn each and every Python file because Django basically works on Python. So let's see what each and every Python file has in stack for us. For the admin.py, for the Python file, the extension is .py, as you know. So see, from Django contrib we have imported admin. Then from models we have imported message thread and user setting. And here what you are going to do is you are going to register your models. How? By admin.site.register user setting. Then we have a class called message inline where the parameter is taken as admin.stacked_inline and your model is messenger because this is a chat app. So your models are your basic units and messages. What are the fields here? Sender, text, and whether the text is read or not. Then the what are the fields which are only read only, like only we can read, we can't change it. That is sender, text, and is read only. Is read means what? Your messages are delivered. If any of your messages are delivered, whether that message is read or not. Then a class called thread admin is there where we have this function called admin.modelAdmin, and here our model is a thread and your inlines are message inline. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have this admin.site.register in between two parameters are there, that is thread and threadm. Now we'll move to the apps.python. Here again we have imported. See, in Django, right? If you write everything in the normal programming language also, if you write every component in the same file, then it will be like thousands and thousands and thousands of code. It will be very difficult for some person who is debugging your code or who is going to take the code further. That's why what we are going to do is, what we generally do is, we basically divide our code into several components and we import each component in the same in the files so that access becomes easy and debugging becomes easy, understandability of the code increases. So here in the apps.python again we are importing app configuration, and there is a class called chat configuration where the autofill is set as models.bigAutofill and the name is chat. Now let's go to consumers. In this consumers, we have imported certain things like the synchronizing consumers, database synchronization to asynchronization. Has been imported from, just look, user has been imported from django.contrib.auth.models. So basically, you don't need to remember all those certain things. This can be Googled. So no need to remember, just remember the, just understand the concept, remember the framework, and you're good to go. Then from chat.models, we have imported message, thread, and user setting. We have imported JSON. What is JSON? JSON is JavaScript object notation. When we are not using, for a moment, just think we are not using any database. So by default, you can add JSON. And JSON is, it stores your data in key value pairs. Like there will be a key and corresponding to that, that will be a value. Then for online users, we have a class called web consumer, and here we are setting the scope, the name, the channel layer, and the type of this is WebSocket accept. And it will be printing the console. Let's print console is what? Like it's console is basically when you right click and you go to console when you are on the website. It shows what all actions you have done. If your website crashed, if certain functionalities are not performed, what is your CSS like the margin length, the border, the radius, the font size, everything will be mentioned there. You can change it directly from the console and get the output directly on your website as well. Then here we have the event type message, online and read. So when someone is typing, it shows is a typing. And basically when you're online, it shows yes, you're online. And if the messages are read, it shows it's read. Then this is called the WebSocket message function where we have taken two parameters, it is self and event. And see here we have the WebSocket disconnect and we have the remove function basically to remove a certain user name. Then the send message function. In the send message function, we have basically the functionalities to store message to check whether the message is read or not. So self.thread and self.me.id is there in unread. Unread means what? When you are transferring or when you are like writing a message to some person X. So you never know whether that message is read or not. If you get a double tick and a blue, that means the message is delivered. If you get blue tick, the message is read. And if you get double tick and then no blue tick, then the message is unread. So basically, these are the small things which we go in our daily life, which we use in our daily life, but we never know how does this happen, right? Then we have this send online, like in the whatever the application which we are creating right here. Basically, if two people log in from two different systems, then only you will have the liability to chat. If I am a person and I am like logging into my system with my username and ID, then I can't see other people there. It will only show that yeah, other people are logged in and they're typing. So you can't get this liability to chat when you are having a single system, right? Now let's go to managers.python. In the managers.python, we have these models, the thread as usual, the thread manager models. And we have if threads exist, then return threads, that first. Or else what you need to do, you need to have a thread created. Self is the default keyword used in the function which you use in Python. Then you need to add user 1, add user 2, and see chats are done in pairs, right? It can't be done single. Like you can't chat. If I am using WhatsApp and no other people are using WhatsApp, then I can't chat with anyone. Okay. So this is what this Django project means. Then these are certain models which we have used. The tracking model, the this is what date. The tracking model is basically for the date and time. You get to know what is your date and what is your time. In the chat, you get to know, right? The chat apps. Then this is your tests.python. Here we have just imported the test case and see this in the test.python you have imported test case and somewhere when the test will be required you have to import test.python from this. Got it right? This is a views. Basically here the responses are recorded. The JSON response, HTTP response. HTTP is hypertext transfer protocol. I guess you know what is HTTP. Then authentication, login, logout, the user, everything is like it's get everything is imported here. Then your validation of mail ID. So this is your regex is regular expression. So this is the system, this is the mode in which you have to write your email ID. Let's look at here this. Then for login what you require your mail ID and your passcode. So, and you can have your profile image, avatars, you can have your usernames, where you can see whether it's online or not. Login required. If you're not logged in, you can't chat. So this is basically what is the logins part, the views part. Basically, whatever will be shown to you. You don't know the backstory, the sign up, sign out, login, log out, whatever you can have access to directly. Then the login required. So basically, the settings part, the you want to change your avatar, you want to change your username, you want to change your passcode, everything can be done here. Then weather management. These are some certain templates, certain images that we have used. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run this. Let's see how we'll run it. Let's clear it first. You have to first change the directory. I've already changed it. If you write cd Django chat mail, Then you get into the folder, right? Then let's say Python manage.py run server. This is how you run it. See, it's taking some time. Yeah, it ran. Now control click. This is my account. So see, this is logged by Simran. I can change the username to Simran, and let me change the avatar. Let's see if I have something. I have some pictures I can put. This maybe I can put this. Let's see. See, the picture is changed. Save changes. Okay. Let me do it again. Okay. Now you can do it. Let's reset and let's go to the login part. Let me show you how does it work. Okay. So this is my login. Now let's create a new user. Say the name is, email is this. Username is Sanskriti. And the password is KRITI123. Okay, the password. Okay, sign up. So, see, because I am a single person who is using this, that's why I can only see is his typing. I can't chat with any guy because I am a person who is using all the, like, I am only chatting with myself. So now let's log in into Sanskriti. Sanskriti. No, it's email. This is the email. Password was Smriti123. Let's log in. See? Now let's change. Okay. Now let's move to. See, I have changed Sanskriti. Now let's move to the this page. See, it's Sanskriti one. So I hope you understood the working of this project. For more interesting project ideas, stay tuned to this channel. Thank you and have a great day.